Hello everyone. So this is the first live in this channel. So let me see if it is visible or not. I'm just checking the first live and it's visible. So I can see. Mm, okay, it's visible. So actually draw. Done. So what's the channel? The segment day. The segment day. It's not giving a suggestion that it's running. So let me. Hello. So let's start. So I think that everything is like doing fine. So let's see what are the things that I needed to explain before moving to this session. So first of all, the main thing is that Mm. The main thing is that the, I know, so I know the basic of like C++. So in C++, I have familiar with the like syntax, all the thing that we have. So let's see. So in syntax, by if starting from the we initializing by int is equal to 10 or like something in C++. But whereas, but in the case, but in the case, if we are talking about the Java, okay. So in that case, we also use int for this one. But difference is that in the long long. So earlier we using long long in that C++. Yeah, only we use long. Okay. So all the thing is same, but if we are talking about this string, that is strng string, in that case in Java, S is capital. And another thing, let's move forward for the like portion of the array. So in array in C++, what we do, we simply like initializing int kr or 5. So give me a box of 5. So but in Java we have to like integer, and this is my array. Yes, new. What we are making array, new integer. So new int of 5 size. Okay. So this is notation of this one. Or traversal in Java is simply same as earlier auto it over what array, and this traversal when we have to print the system dot println, and what we have to print it, yeah, it. So this will print the same thing that we print in uh, at print in. mm, at print in. So or one more thing after that we have we done our traversal in array. So input output things. So when we talk about the input, how the input we take input. So in Java we take like scanner sc is equal to new scanner, that we write here also, scanner or system dot in. Okay. If you want to take some values n, so sc dot next line, so next int sc new scanner, what if we have to sc dot and in next int of something. Okay. So this is the technique. Okay. Hmm. So one of the most important thing that is like when we're talking about the vector in C++. So what the value? So what value I use? Like what value I use? What value I use? Hmm. So in vector, what I use? Hmm. So when you're talking about the vectors, so in that case, the vector converted into in this array list. So in this I call array list list. So in this case, A is capital, L is capital. So if we have to create some value, if we want to create an array, so let's say array list array list. Okay, want the integer, want to get an integer list. Okay, What's that is? That is new array list list new array list. Okay, so this is new array list. That's it. That means like if you want to if you want to create a vector, so in that case array list, integer list, or list, anything what we call like any name. So if you want to add any something, so like list dot add any values. Okay, so no issue. Or if we want to find, if we if we want to find the size of this list, so we can type list dot size. Okay, so in that case we find the list size. So the case of this is the case of vector. Okay, and next we move forward for the stack. So when we're talking about the stack, so what are the things which changes? So for stack, as the capital integer. Okay, so in that case we find a stack as capital, the data type, name the stack, and again we like new stack of data type integer t integer, or simply like no no need like integer, simply bracket close. So same as array list, integer list, new, or array list bracket close, and this one. So this one is the steps to find the array list. If you want, if I want to put any value, so st dot put any value like 10. If I want to pop st dot pop, okay. And if I want to see the top value, so in that case st dot peak, instead of top we can use peak. So stack is clear. So after that we move forward for the stack is clear. Now move forward for the like QUE Q. So in that case QUE Q. So Q simply same as the earlier. Then every single letter will start with capital QUE, integer, integer. Okay. So we can select any value like Q, and this is new, creating the class. Okay, so new, in that case we will linked list. Okay, so this is the process to create a queue in this. So if you want to push or this thing, so in that case you have to do queue dot pool. So here offer, what we are offering some values, like then we are offering. If you want to pool, so queue dot pool. If you want to see the q dot peak, so these are the syntax that we are using. Q integer q dot new linked list. So if you want to create a heap of priority queue, so in that case we priority queue underscore all this thing, so heap. But in the in Java, if you want to priority queue, queue in Java, so in that case priority capital QUE. Okay, what is the data type we needed? Integer type, integer type data, and what we call it PQ. Okay, and again give the value name as a new, what we are making that priority queue. So priority no capital Q QE close, and this is the tip of how we apply the priority queue in Java. Okay, so if this is the simply uh, queue, if we want So you can see this one. Okay. So one of the most important thing, if you want to find like create the max heap, so in that queue we have the collection dot reverse order. So if we like do like create the queue, if you want to have max heap or create the max heap, so like whenever you're selecting the value, like discuss. So if we have to have create max heap, so what we have to do? So it's simple. Also in that max heap, and in that case simply priority capital the capital QE whatever integer and because this thing is this one is capital priority QE. Okay, so in bracket I have to write one more thing, that collection we have to see collection, C capital collections collection dot reverse order, so must be capital order. Okay, in that case we have to like we created in this case so in this case we can make in this case we make the max heap. Okay, this is order through which we can make max heap. Okay, uh, so most important thing that we are regularly using that is that is hash map. So hash map, so in Java like we have like map, so don't like mug up, simply write H capital has M capital. So what are the data type we are putting, like integer, okay, comma integer comma integer, I want this one integer. Okay, I name as a map. Okay, also simply like a new as map as map. Okay, so these are the value that are we are is using. So if you want to put any value, so in that case like map dot put what for one we are using 10. So in that case through this process we can put the values. So if we want to like get the values of this particular, so in that case we write map dot get the value of 1, so we can get the value of map. Okay, so and then has set like you're using for the set. So in that case we call it has set, simply same as earlier one. Okay, So okay, starting this very hello. So everything seems great. So move to the like next point. Next point that is mm, next point is that pair. Whenever we use pair, so Java doesn't have an built-in pair like C++. So in that case, we have to create our own. So what do we have to do? So, in that case, pair. So we have to create class having the name of pair. Okay. So class must contain what is the first value. First value is the integer, and the second value is also integer. So in second, okay, second is also an integer. So that pair. So pair int first and int second. Okay, int second, and the use. So we have to specify this is the this this first is first. Okay, this first is equal to first, and this second is equal to second. Okay, and then so in that case we created the customized here. Okay, by using this custom. So many question about this one. So we create the pair all this thing. Okay, so wait a second. Okay. So, so what we are discussing? We are discussing how we make a custom pair in Java. So next thing that we have to keep in my mind. So the thing is that uh, thing is like thing sorting. So how we do sorting in Java. So how we do sorting. So like sort array dot begin array dot end is not like simple. So in that case, if you want to sort any array, so we use array that is given as what is sort function. Or if you have name like in that case, you have name any array. So this one is array what we have. So if you want to sort any vector, okay, vector. So like sorting the vector sorting the vector is like so in that case we have to collections dot sort and if we have some vector name is list so in that case list so by this process we can sort the values if you want to do some custom sort if you want to apply some custom sort so uh, in that case in that case so in that case we have to do like collection collections dot sort or like we have the list value so in list we have a and b value okay so a and b so written as a minus like a hyphen b so this is the custom sorting that are using comparator function or if you want to use like comparator function so we use like mm, so in that place we simply give this value okay 0 so in that case we can compare function so all things about array and basic array has map priority queue eh, integer linked list offer pool peak push pop peak stack this we have to array list okay how we take input we discuss everything till now so we move forward for the next thing that we have so next thing we have so first of all I have to change like this one okay so in this case now we have to think about this string handling so in that how we handle this string all this in Java so for this string for the initialization for we write as capital ing as for any value of this string okay so if you have mutable string like if you have to add or something so in that case like string capital builder string builder b is equal to same new string builder okay builder okay. So this is like mutable string and this is normal string okay so how we like add any values so in that case we use f this one append if you want to add some value like abc if you want to add so in that case we use append to convert so if sb is some other value so if you want to like if you want to convert this value so sb dot to capital string convert this value okay okay so for dsa always use for always I use string builder okay and the custom classes so if we have to create when we're talking about this tree when we're talking about the uh, tree how to make like tree so for the custom class if we want if we need something. So for the tree, if you want to make, so the custom class will be class tree node. So in that case, we give the integer value, okay, int value, okay, and tree node have some left value, okay, and tree node have some tree node have some right value, okay, left right value, okay. So we have to explain tree node as the integer value, okay. This dot val is equal to value, okay. So this is how we make a custom tree, left right, or this one list node simply into value and the next. So this int val is equal to this val is equal to val. So similarly we can create for the linked list also. So important libraries that we needed we cover, okay. So so for passing or for initializing this value, so passing or value, so we always import this import java.util so in that case we can export every value java.util.start through we can export everything, okay. And and one more thing, so in that we have array list list array list 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 array list, then we have linked list, or for that stack, you know the stack, how we use stack, and also know the queue uses, then the queue or capital priority queue, okay. Priority queue has map has set has set, okay. Tree map, a tree set array and collection, so common leaf code pattern. So I'm just solving a Java solution I usually. So I will show how a simple Java code look like. So this one is the uh, like sample Java code solution look like. Okay, Java code solution look like. So how Java code look like? So in that case, so I am writing how it look. Like I want like particular set. Let's see. Okay. So first of all, you are given the class solution. Okay, and in that some function is given like public st to some problem. If we are solving the to some problem, public int all this thing, in which we are given with some integer like array value that is called some nums, okay, nums, okay. mm, this is the so in that case, first of all, I have to create hash map. So hash map, I know that hash is capital map and also a capital hash map. In that we want two values, so comma integer integer, okay. So I keep the name map is equal to new or has map. Okay, so this is how I initialize and want to like run a loop on this one. So that for int I0 I less than nums dot length. So if you want to find any like integer length, so in that case only use like dot length length. Okay, no use of this one. So I plus plus. Okay, and then after what we have to do, if I want to check if that value is present or not. Okay, so in that case I have to write like a map dot if map dot contain what contain key. So in that place I have to write like contains key what target. So we have some value like target is also given. So target minus nums of I. Nums and also some value like target is given. So if it is contain, it is contain this one. If this value is not contain, if one, if a map contain any particular value, map will contain dot key. So in that case I have to put this value return that index return I. Otherwise I have to put that value in that map. So map dot put in the map dot put what I have put nums of I of that particular value. Okay, so this is how I put the value. And otherwise if it is not true in any case, so at that case we have to like return minus one. Okay, so all are simple, all are simple. Just usually this map line, this map line, this contain key line. Okay, for checking, and we put line. So these are the unique thing that are the syntaxing that are we using in Java. Okay, so that's not one more thing that is we are using length not size. Okay, and integer capital integer. Okay, and class everywhere, this class everywhere. So these are the like basic of the Java. Okay, so this is the first section. We have learned some basic syntax uses of the Java. So in next session we try to explore more question on this Java and see some more question. So take a 5 minute break. Okay. Mm, okay, so 5 minute break, and I'm searching some particular question we have to solve.